The Jordan River. I know what you're thinking, just another useless urban waterway, right? Well, you might be surprised. Today on At Your Leisure, join me, Chad Booth, and our guest host, Rhea Rossi, as we discover the recreation possibilities right in the center of the city. Then, for those of you who want to get away from the city, we have two choices for you. Steve Human hits the water to cool off, and Reese Stein delves into the earth to do the same. Some like water, some like caves, in which case we have something for everybody on AYL starting right now.
Today's At Your Leisure is kind of like current affairs. Hi, I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi.
Rhea Rossi is our newest member of the At Your Leisure family. She's going to be joining us for season 10. Well, I guess actually you joined us for season 9 too, huh? That's kind of exciting, isn't it?
It is. I can't believe I'm actually on the Jordan River on At Your Leisure with the most beautiful, beautiful scenery. It is absolutely gorgeous out here.
This is like real wild and, well, I don't want to call it a wild and scenic river because it's not, but it's kind of is. Just enjoying the beautiful growth and everything. It's so peaceful, even though, you know, the freeways are around. Wow, and we have a whole bunch of people with us. Adrian Bogard, and he is an expert on the river. And we also have Laura Hansen, who's off to our flank here. Laura, wave to everybody. And Laura is working with the different communities to try and get a coordinated plan for recreational development of the river. The Jordan River looks really different when you're on it.
It really isn't. It's free of debris. It's so clean. The golf course is to our right. Absolutely beautiful.
So we're going to be showing you more of the river as we make our way downstream. But first, it's time for us to go to this week's travel adventure. Now, Stephen Human has got something for you that, well, I think that you'll see it's a great way to be coming to the end of season 9. Stephen, what do you think? Thanks, Steve. You know, the interesting thing about Cutler Reservoir, Steve tells me, is it's only an hour and a half from Salt Lake. There really are not that many people that go up there. You could be from anywhere in the country, fly into Salt Lake, rent a car, rent a van with a hitch, get a couple of watercraft or a boat, and head up there and just have a great time on Cutler Reservoir. Thanks for the story, Steve, and remember, you can get your free, and they are limited, they are running out, but you can get your free disc at Peterson Marine, Croft Marine, Fred's Marine, and Executive Boat and Yacht. And hurry and get them now before they're gone, and you can find out about all these lakes.
So Adrian, tell me, can I get on a kayak in the Utah Lake and paddle myself all the way down to the Salt Lake?
No.
Is that possible without getting out?
No, you couldn't, because there are several obstacles, such as diversion dams for canals. You've got different bridges that are too low. You've got things like Winchester here that has a really strong hydraulic and a lot of debris that gets jammed under the bridge. If you really want to get to know a river like this, you should get on it with people like, say, the Wasatch Mountain Club that does a Wednesday night float. I'm one of their members. We get out and we scout it before we do it. We know when the flow's too high to do a certain section. Right now we're at an abnormal high for this time of the year. This thing's usually just flowing low like a pussycat.
You know, I'm just not used to seeing Class 5 rapids on the Jordan River. I'm just saying. I mean,
it does. We got some major whitecaps out there.
And almost year-round, you can boat up in Salt Lake City from 17th South.
You can actually go into 17th South because there's a nice little ramp right by the water park, and they've got a really nice place out at the State Fair Park to take out, don't they?
Right, but currently, if you get in at 17th, we like to get out at a little place called Alzheimer's Park. It's at 3rd South.
I forgot about that place.
Yeah, I forget why we call it that, but Center Street in North Salt Lake, it's real easy. It's a piece of cake year-round, just nice, slow, flat water, and you can get used to a boat.
That sounds great. Listen, thanks for all the information. We will be back with more of At Your Leisure in just a minute. We're about ready to put in the water and head down the Jordan River, something I've always wanted to do. When we come back, it'll be time for our product review.
So an interesting historical fact here is that we are kayaking at the end of summer, but because of the year we've had, it's almost like spring runoff. I mean, we are moving. The current is wonderful. You might notice that we had a couple different boats here, and you might be wondering, where do we get these? Well, you can find them at the Outdoor Retailer Convention.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are on the Jordan River Parkway today, of course, with Rhea Rossi, our new host for the show, and with Laura Hansen, And Laura, you have kind of a unique job. What do you do?
I do. I'm very lucky, actually. We are a consortium, a collaboration of 3 different counties, 8 different cities, a couple special service districts, and a handful of community partners, and we're working together to try and implement an overall vision and plan for the Jordan River corridor from Utah Lake to the Great Salt Lake. So lake to lake vision.
Besides kayaking, which we just got out of our kayaks, what
You're
else?
all wet, by the way,
Yes,
Rhea.
can you tell?
Okay, yes.
What else can you do around this area that's besides, you know, being on the river?
If you're a horseback rider, there's an equestrian trail that parallels much of the Jordan River. There's a dog park, an urban fishery. You can boat, you can ride your bike. I mean, it's a spectacular little resource.
So, Laura, is there a website that someone can go to if they want to find out more information on the activities on the river?
Go to jordanrivercommission.org and you'll find information about the trail, about who we are, what we're doing, the different projects we're trying to do along the river.
Laura, this is just fantastic. Thank you so much for being our guide today and showing us around. It was just been a wonderful time on the river. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And right now we're going to go to Reese Stein for our trailhead adventure to Crystal Ball Cave.
Well, now I know where the Crystal Ball Cave is. That's pretty good. If you'd like to find out more about that, you can just go to the At Your Leisure website, ayltv.com. If you want to say something about it, go to AYLTV or it's At Your Leisure-AYL, our Facebook page.
So if it's the Crystal Ball Cave, does he already know when you're going to get there before you don't have to call?
Because he's got a crystal ball? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you know what? We are going to make our way down here a little bit on the river, but one thing I have noticed is that there are lots of wild animals here. Adrian was telling us that there are deer, lots of ducks, seen lots of ducks.
If I was a deer, I'd want to live here.
Yeah, because you know, you wouldn't have to worry about being hunted very much.
That's right.
And number 2, you could always go downtown for groceries if things weren't so good out in the wild, because you just have all the conveniences of home. Oh, I'm going sideways. Stay with us. We'll be back with more of At Your Leisure here on the Jordan River.
Tune in next week on At Your Leisure. We've got some bigwigs on there next week. It's going to be our season finale, so don't miss it.
How come it fit when we got here and it grew in the water or something? I don't get it.
It did. I don't know.
Yeah, listen, the week after that, though, is going to be a lot of fun, though, because we are starting season 10 of At Your Leisure.
Amazing.
10 whole years of this program.
It's been such a gift to Utah because so many people have used this program to enjoy their family and their friends, and tourism. It's been a beautiful thing.
Yeah, see, it helped you out all these years, being from Chicago and everything.
Yes, I really appreciated it. You bet I did.
Well, listen, we will look for you next week for our big 10-year. We've got the governor on next week, and then we'll be starting our new season. And so September and next year is going to be great. But it's time for us to go, as is always. Between now and the next time we get together, make sure that you get out with your family and friends and enjoy the great outdoors at your leisure. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to fit, because he's been a great supporter of the river.
We go to the, what is it?
Look right. Oh, collision. Titanic.